Hello and welcome to this Interactive Learning Studios tutorial. This is lesson number 2 and today we'll be learning how to create your very own login form. You will need Microsoft Visual Basic 2008, some knowledge of this program. I suggest you go and watch lesson 1 if you're a very new beginner, and a how to install website account for the codes. So let's go and view the checklist. Every tutorial we do, we have a checklist. And so we know what we're up to and what we're doing. And so in this lesson, we need to view what we need slides, which is what we've just done, so we can tick that off. Of course, open up the program, add some buttons, text boxes, and labels into Form 1. Change the password character in the password text box in Form 1. This is new. Customize the Form 1, adding another form that's also new, and then we're going to start coding. The coding in this is more complex than in lesson 1, but if you've watched lesson 1, it's going to be very easy to grasp and it's going to be a very easy tutorial for you. So open up Visual Studio, very basic, and create a new project. Okay, so add some buttons, text boxes, and some labels into the form. You're going to need 2 labels, one for username, one for password. Don't worry about customizing it yet. 2 text boxes, one for username, one for password. And we're going to be changing the password character of text box 2, and a button for the actual login. Now this button controls the whole form, and it's only what we're coding today, and it's a very powerful little button. In our future, more advanced tutorials, we will be learning how to change the username and password with a little thing called my.settings, but make sure you watch the lessons up to that so you can grasp it easily and things like that. So let's jump on back to the checklist, tick it off, and then we'll go on to step 3. Okay, so change the password character for the text box. Password text box. This is very easy. Just click on text box 2, scroll down to password character, and type in Shift 8 so you get little asterisks. You can change that, but you're only allowed 1. If you want, search up on Google how to get the password character, the little black dot, and then do the Alt code into Notepad. Copy and paste it into text box 2. If you know what you're doing, do it. If you don't know what you're doing, just ignore what I said there. So, take that off and we'll go and customize the Form 1. So, all we're going to be doing is changing Form 1 to login box, label 1 to username, label 2 to password, and button 1 to login. Very basic stuff. So we've ticked that off, and we're going to go add another form. This is new. If you're a beginner and you're watching lesson 2, this is a very good little handy trick to know. Go Project, Add Windows Form. Done. So we'll tick that off, and we will start coding. Now, coding for this kind of project is a little more difficult than in lesson 1, but it's still not that hard, and if you followed lesson 1, it can be easily learned. Like I said, button 1 is the most powerful thing in this program, which controls the whole entire form, and when the user presses button 1, if the username text field and the password text field match the code we specified in the code window, then the Form 1 will let the user into Form 2. Otherwise, an error message will appear. So let's start watching the GIF and get coding. So I double click the login and I type in if textbox1.text open brackets equals open quotation marks username. So this is what you're going to put in username. You can change it. And textbox2.text equals open quotation marks password. You can also change that. Then hit enter. Form2.show. So we'll have a little test of that out. So I'm going to type in username and I'm going to type in password and then hit login and it should work. Now if I get it wrong, then we don't know, so we're going to add a little message box in, and we do this by typing in else, enter, and then you go ahead and type in message box, open brackets, open quotation marks, little error message, close brackets, close quotation marks, close brackets. In the more advanced tutorials, we'll be learning how to change the kind of message box. So instead of having the boring OK only, you can have things like critical where it goes boom, there's a little error message, things like that. It's really neat. So that's done. You have successfully created your very first login box in Visual Basic 2008. You can download this interactive PowerPoint from our website for free, or coming soon, our interactive Visual Basic teacher made in Visual Basic, where you can learn and test your skills in Visual Basic, plus make little Visual Basic projects and do that. It's really neat to learn. We're currently working on that now. So please subscribe so you know when our next tutorials are coming out. Lesson 3, Lesson 4, all those kinds of tutorials. We're going to be doing some basic HTML coding, webs.com tutorials, things like that, so you can make your own website as well.